Hello, my name is Dr. Stanley Lang, and welcome to this video presentation on the subject of whole person health. And I have a question for you. What do you think is more important if you had to choose between the two? Is exercise more important, or is how you eat more important? And before we get to that answer, the model that we're looking at is whole person health. And so this little diagram illustrates the connectivity, the connection between physical, emotional, and spiritual health. And as you can see, I put spiritual health as the foundation to whole person health. And but physical health and emotional health obviously are crucial if we want to be healthy as people. So what is more important, physical exercise or eating right? And the answer is, I don't know. But I can say that in terms of what is easier to get started with is usually exercise. So when I see somebody who is needing to make some major lifestyle changes, and I have to decide, am I going to focus on exercise, starting an exercise program, or starting a diet? If I don't think that they're capable emotionally, energetically, of doing both, I will always start with focusing on the exercise part. And the reason that I do that is because people often then can generalize from this success of starting an exercise program into eating differently, and they're much more likely to sustain the eating differently. Now, a lot of people I'm able to do both at the same time in my initial visit with them, but in this case that I'd like to talk about today, sometimes exercise is not only important for getting the person back on track, but it's critical to getting them into health at all. So I saw a gentleman today who had been in the hospital because of a fractured hip, and he was so deconditioned that he was not able to move around very well. And so I taught him a simple strength program that he could do in the comfort of his home that would help his balance ultimately, because it would help his quads, which are the big muscles in the front of the thigh, would help his quads to get stronger really quickly. It's a simple program that I teach a lot of people. And I decided to focus on that one thing of all the different things I could have focused on during the office visit, because that restoring that one ability, getting stronger in the quads, was the key to his health. Now, for a lot of people who are not either exercising or eating right, getting started with something in either area is going to be helpful, but usually getting started with a simple walk is the best strategy in my experience, because once you're started doing that, you feel a lot better, and you're more likely to make the dietary changes that require some degree of self-sacrifice. So taking a walk only requires the sacrifice of your time, and you get back feeling a lot better. So a restorative exercise program where you're actually focusing on something that's really defective is even more critical when somebody has lost ground to that extent. But the point being that rarely is it, in my experience, that a person can't start a walking program when they aren't doing anything at all at the time. And that's almost always where I start. And if you're not doing any kind of an exercise program on a daily basis right now, on a daily basis, I encourage you to start a walking program. And if you're doing something like 2 or 3 days a week, walk the other days a week, so that you're doing something at least 6 days a week. And if you do that, you're going to feel a lot better, you're going to look a lot better, and you're more likely to make changes in the other areas of your life. And making changes in the physical, emotional, and spiritual areas of your life leads to the experience of what we call health. So I hope this encouragement to integrate physical exercise into your life, if you're not doing it now, or put more into it if you're only doing a little bit, is resonating with you, and that you will find some way to make it happen. I wish you well, God bless, and have a great day.